I'm at my parents' house and I offered to make my mom some holiday arrangements. Look at this interesting piece of candy I just found at Walmart.
Chipotle hack number 9.
Right? Like burrito.
Yeah, it's huge.
Making some Christmas planters at my parents' house, doing some Christmas shopping, a lunch date with George where we share a Chipotle hack, and a new recipe. All in today's episode of Hooked and Rooted at Home. Hi, it's Steph. It is getting colder here in the Northeast and I can't make garden videos during the winter months here on my channel. So last winter I had come up with a series called Hooked and Rooted at Home where I share a little bit of gardening, a little bit of home life, maybe some recipes and a few other random things. So today's video is one of those episodes and I hope that you enjoy it.
I'm at my parents' house and I offered to make my mom some holiday arrangements for the front porch. So I'm cutting on some of her arborvitaes and she has a couple of other evergreens that I'm going to go ahead and take cuttings of, and I'll show you what I can come up with. I'm going to take some cuttings of this rhododendron that's here in the corner. I think it'll make a nice contrast to the other evergreens that I've been cutting. And here they are. There is some white birch twigs that my mom had purchased that we stuck in there with some of these frosted berries. And I used some of the arborvitae, some gold mop cypress, and even a little bit of the rhododendron. I think they turned out really nicely. First shopping stop is Walmart, and I have to pick up some candy for the kids' stockings. And this is a tradition at our house, the Terry's chocolate orange. And I always get 2 for each of them, but of course they tell me I should get more because they're only available around the holidays. And it's this delicious chocolate orange that breaks apart in little segments. So good. Let me know if you like these. Every year I give my parents a little treat or something edible to go with their gift, and my mom really likes these cordial cherries. And I noticed that this year they have a couple of different flavors in this Queen Anne variety. So they have French vanilla, cherry cola, I don't know about that, but my mom also loves coconut. And look at this one, cordial cherries that are dark chocolate with coconut flavor. So I'm gonna grab her one of these. Look at this interesting piece of candy I just found at Walmart. It is the Perfect Man. He's sweet and decadently rich. Meet me under the mistletoe. That is hilarious. So here's what I'm picking up so far. We still have an elf on the shelf at our house, and I thought this would be a fun little thing for him to bring. It's a break apart, build a snowman candy bar. And also we do a hide and seek, find the 12 candy canes every year from the elf. So I grabbed this box of Jolly Rancher candy canes. And at the Dollar Tree last year, I found a little mini kitchen skillet set in the toy aisle, and I thought it would be fun if the elf on the shelf was making some Krabby Patties. So that is from the elf. And then for their stocking, I picked up this Starbucks hot cocoa. It comes with 2 packs of hot cocoa. I can even hang this on the tree. So that was fun. And 2 of these, 1 for each, the peanut M&Ms. And these hot cocoa bombs, you put them in some hot milk and it bursts apart, and there's some marshmallow. So these are always fun every season. And of course the Terry's chocolate oranges, my mom's cordial cherries, and we like to make peanut butter blossoms around the holidays, the peanut butter cookie with the Hershey Kiss. So I grabbed a pack of these Grinch Hershey Kisses. There's one more candy bar that my boys like that I'll grab, and their stocking, as far as candy goes, will be done. Let me share something with you. Last year, I bought these hotel-style sheet sets, and they were on a Black Friday sale for $25 a piece, and they have held out beautifully. I wash my sheets every week, and I alternate. I bought 2 sets, this gray color and this creamy beige color. There's no pilling on them. Really decent quality, wash really well, and for $25 you can't beat it. It comes with 2 extra pillowcases too, so if you're a person who likes to have extra pillows on the bed, you'll get 4 pillowcases and the sheet set for $25. And they have them here in the queen and king size. And it is a Black Friday sale, but it's while quantities last, so you might still be able to find some of these at your store. Just came across another end cap of the sheets, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these blue sets for my son's bed because I didn't think that they would have these again, but here they are, and I've been really happy with the quality of them. Really like that they have these gift card kiosks at the store. It makes shopping a whole lot easier. And I don't know about you, but my mom actually always asks me to pick up gifts for my boys from her because she doesn't know what they like at this point. I have a preteen and a teen, and my older son really likes these Spotify gift cards, so I'm gonna grab one of these from my mom to him. I'm finding all the deals today. Look at this, basketballs and footballs for $10. They were $24.97. Now we have a basketball hoop in our driveway, and our boys every once in a while will ask for a new basketball because after a while they start to lose their grip. So for $10, I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these for them. Look how cute these Lego sets are. Lego has been coming out with a lot more like floral and botanical type sets, and they have a daffodil set and a sunflower set for $14.97. Speaking of which, I was just over here looking for a set for my son, and I came across so many more with flowers. So they have the orchid set, the bonsai tree, which I actually did buy for him last year, and it's so cool. You can actually build it with cherry blossoms as well. Look at that. Then they have the bouquet of roses, and then look at this one, the wildflower bouquet. So pretty. Some succulents, the tiny plants pot. And then check this one out, so intricate and pretty. Dried flowers centerpiece. A classic toy. I'm so glad to see these are still being made. Did anybody have an easy bake oven when they were a kid? Look at that. They've gotten a lot more fancy with the designs on them. I was actually looking for Miss Rachel toys. She's a YouTuber that babies like. I have a 1-year-old little niece that I wanted to get something for, but they don't have them here, so I'll have to check at Target. Shopping stop number 2. I'm at TJ Maxx, and what I'm looking for specifically here is a tea set because, and when I mean tea set, I mean like tea bags. They have some really beautiful sets, and my mother-in-law is the person who is lovely, doesn't need anything, and we always like to get her a little something. So she loves tea, and so I'm looking for tea with either some panettone bread, I believe I pronounced that right, or some kind of shortbread cookie. And so look at these, they're beautiful. It's called the Organic Tea Collection, and it looks like a book, and it's the tin in which they keep the teas in. And let's check out the variety. All right, so the type of tea that comes in this beautiful tin, it looks like there's 60 organic tea bags. And there is, let's see, clementine, ginger, Earl Grey, which happens to be her favorite, mango peach, Moroccan mint, green tea, and then lemon ginger. And this is only $9.99. That is so pretty. They have some beautiful ones. Oh, look at this one. This might have to be it because it comes with the Earl Grey and then forest berry. And this is, you get how many tea bags in here? Let's see. 100 bags total for $7.99. So I'll put this one in the carriage and see what else I can find. But if you have someone in your family or that you need to gift that loves tea, they have some really beautiful options. Look at this one. Even for a gardener, the Secret Garden Organic Tea Collection. See the types on here. They have pomegranate, orange, organic mango, Earl Grey, lemon ginger, so quite a few. There's more of these tea sets here in the aisle with some of the food. And I actually found this small individual can of one that's called the Sleep Blend. So I'm gonna grab one of these for my mom also. And I saw that they have some shortbread cookies. So they have 2 varieties here. They have the Walkers, which I think is like the more popular variety, and then there's this Highland specialty, but they're both shortbread cookies. So I'm gonna grab one of these to go with the tea. They have really pretty items for gifts. Look at this, it's a little jewelry box with some flowers. Very cute. They have all different sizes too. This one is just clear. I'm just shopping for a few gift items today, so I'm staying away from anything home decor. In fact, I'm pretty minimal when it comes to home decor, but I did notice that bows are trending this year, and this 2-tiered tray here that you can put like desserts or some decorative things for the holidays, $16.99 with a pretty bow in this kind of brass gold color. Very cute. Another really pretty piece of decor here. Look at that. It's like a big square planter with faux greenery decorated for the holidays. $130 for that. Kind of expensive, especially if you want a pair. Like I would probably want a set of them, right? To put one on either side of whatever, the door, the fireplace. And then they have this stack of like ornaments. Those do light up because there's a button on them. But very pretty things here at TJ Maxx. Gingerbread houses are also very trendy this year. I actually saw a craft the other day where someone took an old village, like a house from a village, a Christmas village, and they painted the whole thing brown and then used puffy paint to kind of outline the details on it, and it looked so cool, and it was a great way to kind of upcycle an old village house that you might not have been using anymore. They have some gorgeous long swags, or garland I should say. This is like the trending cedar that they have now that is really soft to the touch, and what's great about this is if you want to drape it on something like a wooden mantle or on an entertainment center, or even wrap them around like the banister on your staircase, they're less likely to scratch the woodwork because they are this kind of rubberized sort of feel, which I think is really great. They're really pretty and look a lot more realistic than some of the wired ones. This soft touch makes them a lot more flexible and less rigid than the older types of garland, so they're easier to kind of form to wherever you want to decorate with them. $69.99 for this one, and you get 20 feet of garland, so that would actually be probably long enough to go down like a banister. And then they have some wrapped up 9-foot garlands with some berry ornaments, and there's this box up here where you get 2 9-foot garlands and a 28-inch wreath, and it's $59.99. But some really pretty selections. They've come a long way with this faux greenery. It's looking more and more like the real thing, and much prettier every year. Check out this gorgeous wreath. This is like dried materials. It's so pretty, handcrafted by artisans with farm-grown botanicals. Classic Holiday by Floral Treasure. That is gorgeous. And they have this one here that is a little bit smaller. And then this one with the navy bow. That is so pretty. And then this one looks like has the white painted wood. Another style even. So these bigger ones are $49.99 and the littler ones are $24.99. They even have some artificial trees here this year. I've never seen these at TJ Maxx. $79.99. It's a 4-footer with LED lights. So if you're still looking for some Christmas decor, they have some pretty things here. A Martha Stewart swag with the big old brass bells with the velvet bow. That one's $24.99, $39.99. Ooh, I was a little off there, but very pretty. Look how cute these are. These have become very popular lately. The little touch lamps that you can put anywhere. They're rechargeable, so you don't have to plug them in. And then there's these that are the candle warmers. So as opposed to lighting the flame on your candle, you just sit it on the pad there, and the heat from this little lamp will warm the wax and melt it, and you'll still get the fragrance. So they have some really pretty ones. This one here has a pretty kind of glass shade. Look at that. That one's $19.99. There's a bunch more. And these are just little touch lamps. And then they have some that are also the candle warmers, like this one here that is really pretty. And you just sit the candle right here. And then there's like a lamp on here that warms it up. Very cute. I'm also going to pick up a gift card for my mom to go with her cordial cherries and her tea, because she loves QVC, but TJ Maxx is a close second. I ended up choosing the Walkers because it had really good reviews online, and I think this is the preferred type of shortbread cookie. And I think that will work nicely with the tea. They're similar size, which will make them really easy to wrap or to find a bag for them. Rocco's getting something today. They get you at these checkouts, but these look really good. It says they're natural, wheat-free, and extra tasty. Turkey, sweet potatoes, and cranberries. So this will go in a stocking, but not until Christmas morning. Otherwise, he will tear apart that stocking looking for these. Next up is Aldi, because I need to pick up something for dinner. But I think I've mentioned this to you before. This chocolate from Aldi is amazing. It's $1.49 a bar. Sometimes they even go on sale. And they have them in milk chocolate with almonds, and also dark chocolate. So if you want to add a candy bar with a gift card, these make great gifts. These chips are also really yummy. I'm going to grab a bag of those. Really, this is just a fill in the gaps kind of trip until I can do a big grocery shop. But I'm going to make a pork tenderloin tonight, and it's a really yummy recipe I've made before, so I needed some ingredients. Of course, in the Aldi holiday aisle, they have a bunch of really good things. Look at this. It looks like that, the clusters, they call it like toffee. It has like caramel and chocolate and crushed up candy canes. And then I bought these here last year, so I'm gonna grab another pack for the holidays. They are the candy cane sandwich cookies. So basically like the peppermint cookies, similar to the JoJo's that they have around the holidays at Trader Joe's. But they have lots of good looking snacks, as you can tell from today, that I do like to buy consumable gifts for people. I think it's always a nice treat, and then you're not left with a bunch of clutter around if you're getting people useless things. Everyone likes a little bit of a treat once in a while, right? Some seasonal coffees. They have the gingerbread coffee, and then they have these here, the peppermint mocha and chocolate raspberry. These look really good. And because sharing is caring, I have found that Aldi is the best place to buy items for charcuterie boards. So if you're going to be making any over the holidays, I purchased one of these jellies here the other day that was absolutely delicious. They don't have any in stock right now, but it was the jalapeno chili one. And if you pour it over a block of cream cheese and you put it with some crackers, it's a delicious little appetizer snack for a charcuterie board. Another really great buy, this large can of sweet and savory bar mix for $7.99. This is awesome to have on hand to put out for snacks around the holidays, and I'm actually going to grab one of these to give my dad with his Christmas gift. I have gotten him some slippers and also a bottle of wine. So I like to give him a new bottle of red every year. So if you have any suggestions for me, let me know in the comments. They have some 6-inch poinsettias at Aldi, and they look really nice. They have different colors. There's this one here that almost looks like a pink and cream, and then they have the traditional red ones. And then there's this one here that's a bit of an ivory with a light pink. That one's really pretty. And then even these that look almost like a paint splat or like tie-dye. Very pretty. And look at this, some holiday cactus. They have a few of them. These are 5-inch. Let me see how much they are. But they're all budded up and getting ready to bloom. And then they have the kalanchoe and the little Santa planter. Very cute. Looks like it has little white blooms. I couldn't find a price on the Christmas cactus, but these are great plants even for gifts because they last for a really long time. They're like an heirloom type plant. Some people have kept these around for years and years and years, so I always find that really cool. I just got home from the store and put away the groceries, and I fed the kids some lunch. And now George has been working all morning on blowing out our irrigation and getting our potted plants that were overwintering in the shed put away. The temperatures have finally gotten consistently cold enough to have to bring these guys in. So we both have been doing some work. I've been doing our Christmas shopping, and he's been doing some yard work.
That's all set.
It's all set. So this is what it looks like. I shared a video on this not too long ago, but everything is stored for the winter. I've also been a little bit late on my bulb planting for the spring this year. So I got a bunch of tulips planted recently. This is the variety that I have. Let me show you. It's really pretty. I got these all on end of season clearance. It is the Spring Delight mix. So I've been doing these up and down the front walkway. And I have some alliums, Purple Sensation and the Gladiator that I picked up on clearance at the Home Depot. So I've been trying to squeeze this in whenever I have some time, but it's getting cold. So I'm kind of like up against it now. I have to really get those in the ground by the end of this month. So George, you hungry? You want some lunch?
Yeah.
What do you feel like having?
You want to go out for lunch or?
Yeah, I already fed the kids leftover pizza from last night, so we are good for at least a little bit.
All right, so what do you?
Chipotle?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I know. You love Chipotle, huh? This guy loves Chipotle for 2 reasons. He loves the food and he loves getting a deal. So I'm going to share with you this hack that we learned about on TikTok that we've been using sometimes when we go for lunch dates.
Chipotle hack number 9, the free burrito. When you go to Chipotle, order a bowl with 2 tortillas on the side. When they ask you white or brown rice, say both. Pinto or black beans, say both. And asking for half chicken, half carnitas will net you more meat than just saying one. And if you're not picky, ask for every topping. Now when you get home, scoop half the bowl onto each tortilla, roll it up, and you've now got 2 massive burritos from Chipotle weighing in over 2 pounds for the price of 1 bowl. Guys, if you get a burrito at Chipotle, you're getting ripped off.
And the thing about married men, not only do they like deals, but they're not ashamed to use coupons. Look at this Subway, and you can tell it's been used.
Use them.
Yeah, we can tell.
Now when it comes to this hack, the only thing that I do is get one extra side of beans. So I get black beans and pinto beans. I only get chicken. I do not get extra meat or anything. And I get one tortilla, because in the past when George would get a burrito and I would get a bowl, halfway through we were getting pretty full, and if I took the bowl home, the salad would be soggy at the end of the night, so I wouldn't finish eating it, and he always struggled to finish his burrito. So we found that it was just too much food for us each to get our individual burrito and bowl. So this actually works out perfectly for us. And wrapping a burrito is basically like swaddling a baby.
This is a
That's a big burrito.
This is a big burrito.
And a big bowl.
Good, right? It's a big burrito.
Yeah, it's huge.
Well, later that afternoon, it was already time to make dinner again. I feel like the days go by so fast, especially around the holidays. The kids were getting hungry, so off to the kitchen I went. And here you can see that I mixed up a spice rub to put on my pork tenderloins. The first step was to take it out of the package, trim off any excess fat, pat it down with some paper towels to get rid of some moisture, and then rub it with this spice rub. And the recipe I'm making is by Sugar Maple Farmhouse, and it's called the Savory Dijon Pork Tenderloin. I've made it once before and it was delicious, so I went ahead and made it again this evening. And the sauce is comprised of some Dijon mustard, honey, Worcestershire sauce, and some soy sauce. Then I was off to searing the pork. I just warmed up some olive oil in my Dutch oven and waited till that got nice and hot and seared the pork on each side. During the winter months, I really like to slow down and try some new recipes, and this is probably the second or third recipe that I've already tried this fall. And the thing with trying new recipes is sometimes it can be a deterrent when they have all these different ingredients that you don't normally work with. In the case of this recipe, it called for some shallots, which I didn't have and didn't buy, so I just used an onion. And it also called for some heavy cream, which I didn't have on hand, so I used half and half. So it's perfectly okay to use substitutions and whatever you have in your kitchen to make the recipe work for you. And don't forget to scrape up all those little bits from when you were searing your meat into your sauce, because it makes it extra delicious. So here I was adding some chicken stock and some half and half along with the Dijon mustard mix. And you just give it a stir, let it come up to a bubble. And then you're just going to add your meat back in. And what I did was I just spooned some of the sauce back up over it and then popped it in the oven to finish cooking. I will tell you, I absolutely love any recipe that is a one-pot meal, because the less dishes I have to wash, the better. Although I do like to use the time that the food is in the oven to be productive around the kitchen, and I never try to leave the dishes until the end, so I kind of clean up as I go. So I knew that I had 40 minutes, so I prepped some potatoes, and I have shared this recipe on my channel before. And these make a great side, so here we're going to have it with our pork tenderloin, but it goes well with chicken, with beef, with fish, with anything. And it's just some diced up potatoes, and you want to soak them in some water while you cut them to take off some of the excess starch and to wash them. And then you just pat them dry as well as you can after you rinse them, and you mix in some olive oil and some seasonings. Super easy. The seasonings that I mix in are salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and my very favorite secret ingredient, which is smoked paprika. And they come out absolutely delicious. So you just want to grease a cookie sheet, and then you pop them in the oven, and perfectly done in about 40 to 45 minutes at 400 to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. They get nice and crispy, and the smaller you cut your potatoes, the faster they cook and the crispier they get. I have one son who likes them kind of soft and one that likes them kind of crispy, so it's kind of a balancing act, but always a hit as a side in our house. So here I am, just taking some time to clean up the dishes, hand washing what needs to be hand washed, and putting the rest into the dishwasher. We load our dishwasher daily. Every evening it gets loaded and run, and every morning it gets unloaded, and then the process begins again. Thank goodness for the modern invention of a dishwasher.
I will link the video where I showed you my recipe for the diced roasted potatoes below in the description as well as in the pinned comment. And I will also leave you the link to this recipe from Sugar Maple Farmhouse for the savory Dijon pork tenderloin. So after the pork tenderloin is done, you're supposed to take it out of the oven and let it rest and thicken up the sauce by adding some flour. You can also add cornstarch if you prefer. And at this point, Rocco is all around because he can smell this delicious meat. And I should probably play a game in this video. How many times can you spot Rocco? Whenever I'm in the kitchen, he's not far away. He's literally right under my feet. I rounded out the dinner with adding a bag of frozen broccoli, and then I poured over some gravy, and we really enjoyed this dinner. It was really delicious. After dinner, we were ready to settle into our evening routine, which consists of just cleaning up the kitchen, lighting up the candles and all of the Christmas lights, and then having a warm beverage. George has his cup of coffee, and this evening my son decided to make some hot cocoa so that he could have it with those cookies we picked up at Aldi, the peppermint chocolate cream cookies that he really enjoyed. And then we were off to the couch to either read a book, watch TV, or a Christmas movie. I hope your December is off to a great start. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will catch you in the next one.